Megan. Ooh, good to see you. Good to see you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me okay? Our technology gremlins are coming back. Before we came on, Megan and I were running into technology. There she is. And what I loved about it though is that you started putting Reiki symbols on there, and I was like, yes, 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 Megan, do that. So yay. So we're fully equipped here.
Yeah.
But yay, well, welcome, welcome, Megan. So good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay. And we were chatting a little bit before we came on, and I feel like just some of the things that come up, like some of the things that happen that are may seem like mishaps or may seem like they're kind of deterring us from moving forward, or what is spirit saying. So I always think it's interesting when we're talking about spirit and just seeing how things unfold or how things align. And there was like a number of things that happened before we actually got on. And we were like, do we come on? And of course we come on, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. So, for those of you who, if this is your first time, right now we're doing a series called We Rise Together. So, I love to be able to share more about just these incredible human beings, incredible healers. So, this is Megan. So, I'd love for you, yay, 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 to share, just how we met, any classes or services that you've partaken in of mine.
Yes. Well, I first saw you on a live feed video talking about angels in 2018. And I've always been a person that's sensitive and a psychic and seen things that, you grow up learning right away never to talk about what you see, what you hear, what you know. I grew up in that kind of family in the South. So right away, I knew I wanted to do Reiki. So in 2019, when I was expecting my son, I thought, well, this is a great time to take Reiki 1. And so then I took all the Reiki classes you offered all the way up until, yeah, 2021. And then in 2022, I joined VIP.
Yay!
Yeah.
I love witnessing your journey, and that feels like a long time. We've known each other for 5 years
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Megan,
Yeah.
that's
For a while.
amazing. Yay. I love that. I love that. I love that. And so I got to see firsthand as you put symbols on our technology. Thank you very much. I was going to ask how you incorporate Reiki or, any of the VIP stuff into your business. And I got to see it firsthand. So, but I'd
Yeah.
love to hear. Go
I
ahead. Go
Reiki
ahead.
everything. The angels come in for everything. I am also a psychic medium, so I do the whole, talking to your grandma sort of situation, and even celebrities come in sometimes. But what people really come to me for, whether I want it or not, is angels. The angels show up in every session, Reiki, angel sessions. You want to talk to your grandma, Archangel Ariel's still going to come in. So I don't know why.
I love that. And it's, how wonderful and synchronistic that we
Yeah.
met as we were doing like the angels
Yeah.
course or that type of thing. And I think it was 5 activations and whatnot. And have you always been, in connection with the angels?
Yeah, my family was Methodist, and I would be sitting at the church, and they would always go, Jesus, 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 and I go, well, I don't know, I don't see anybody named Jesus, but I see like three angels over there, and every time we would sing, I would see the angels behind us, and I go, oh, cool, like there's angels singing, and my granddad would be like, don't ever tell anybody you said that, and I'd be like, okay, cool.
Got you. So, I mean, it sounds like growing up, it was like, don't talk about some of this stuff. Is that
Yeah,
right? Mm-hmm.
for sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And okay, this is a little off the cuff and off script. Yet at the same time, I just get a sense that you're very, very aware. Like if there are children that are very gifted, it
Mhm.
just feels like you're very aware of that. Or if there are people that are gifted, you're aware of that. Like,
Yeah.
again, this is kind of off the cuff or off script, but I'm just curious, like, do you assist people that are having a hard time? Their gifts are kind of coming online, but they don't know who to tell or that type of thing.
Yeah, I do, but through sessions. I don't yet offer training sessions, just because I always tell clients that yes, spirituality is for everyone, angels are for everyone, but to carry the weight of being a psychic medium, I feel that it's a big responsibility. So if I, and it's a sacred energy exchange. So if I take that leap and do a formal training, I probably will one day, but I haven't been pushed by spirit to do that yet.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. It just seems like you're so, you've lived it, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
even as you're sharing, I mean, I've always felt connected to you, Megan. And I just feel like
Oh,
as you were sharing, I was like, almost like my little inner child was like, can you show me? Can you tell me that it's okay to have these
yeah.
gifts and that type of thing? It just feels like for some reason children keep coming up, that you're good with being with children in some way. I think,
Random children
mhm.
do come up to me and hug me.
Really. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
uh-huh. I love that. I love that.
Or I have to be careful. I'll be holding someone's baby and I'll go in to kiss the top of their head and I'll go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Like, 'cause, I'll hear it. Like, "Can I have a hug and a kiss?" And I'll be like, "Sure." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
I love that. Well, it just feels like they're just really drawn to you, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
which is really neat because I feel your light is so bright, and I'm hoping that other people are witnessing this on the replay or even live right now or in Heighten Your Spiritual Connection. But your light is so bright, and I just get a sense like the right people, like very pure energy, definitely finds you. Like that's all there is to it. So I love
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
witnessing that.
not for everyone. You know, I I've been told to have like a mom energy. I work a lot with Mother Mary. So, if you don't really resonate with the divine feminine, I probably would say, and my guides get so mad at me because they're like, "Don't turn down money." And I'm like, "Well, no, that I don't think this client's for me." So,
Gotcha. Well, intuitively,
yeah.
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 Which, yeah, I definitely get that. So, and I'm curious. So, what do you offer for your business?
So I offer three categories: Reiki, in person and distant, crystal Reiki as well. And the angels always come in those sessions. I do quick card answers, yes or no. But then I also do channeling loved ones. But my favorite thing to do, just because I've really thrown myself into the study of angels in the last year, is these angel card readings,
Beautiful.
using Kyle Gray decks. So yeah, I really resonate with that.
Love that. I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm curious if at the end you'd want to pull a card for the collective if you're feeling up for it. It's kind of putting you on the spot, but if you're
Yeah, it's just the cards that I have in reach are my mermaid cards and not the angel
Oh,
cards.
that's funny. I love it. But I was like, oh, yeah, I love your readings. I've been able to witness you do readings before, and it's just so awesome to see it. Um,
Well, mermaids are divine feminine. I'll just grab the mermaids because I don't want to get up
sure.
and leave the frame. But I do want to say that your Reiki is amazing. So anybody thinking on the
Um,
fence about getting Reiki from Heather, do it. It was life changing. I It's sort of like my psychic abilities were a little foggy, and then I got attuned to Reiki, and it was like boom boom. You know? and
oh, I
and
love that.
I love your angel courses as well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
so neat having you in the Reiki classes because seriously, you have such light. I hope people are seeing this. And it's amazing because I feel like you were ready. This is it. This is the time, I'm going to do
Yeah.
this. So yeah. So it was
Yeah,
just
a
wonderful.
fun thing is that my guides tend to take the form of the people that were in all my Reiki classes when I have dreams. Because I had a dream where I yeah, I was just having a very deep dream, and I looked and I'm like, "Frankie, what are you doing here? Frankie from Reiki?" And she's like, I'm not Frankie." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So
That's awesome.
I was like, "Okay, cool," so
Right, right. Just gonna step in like this. Well, did you want to pull a card right now? Do you feel
Oh, sorry,
open to
I'm
this?
just shuffling
Just
because
shuffling? Well, you keep shuffling. I'm curious too. Like one of the questions was, what's your life mission or your goals with your business?
my goal is to just spread out the light and love of angels and spirit to as many people that are interested, because I really feel that the message that I'm meant to spread is you are not alone. And there's such a feeling of disconnect now. There's not that village that there was maybe 50 years ago, or people are not talking to families, or whatever happened, or healing from trauma. So a lot of people feel really alone, and it's like, you are never alone. You always have angels and spirit guides, and they have your back. It's just learning to hear them.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful. I'm glad you shared that. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I definitely resonate with that. That's beautiful.
yeah.
That's
And I
beautiful.
and I I'm working on a meditation now that I will probably get done. I was hoping in a week, but they're like, yeah, you're going to get it done in a month, knowing you. Because a lot of people are interested in finding a space, because that's why I call myself Soul Space with Meg. Because when I do sessions, I literally see a room, either inside or outside. And so I would love to teach people how to go into that meditative space and find their own soul space to communicate with guides.
Beautiful. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah,
I love that. And just to have that space, and then it sounds like then they could come back to that space. Like, you
yeah,
know, yeah,
yeah.
time and
And
time
it's
again.
multidimensional. It's through dreams, it's through meditation. I was even getting my hair done, and as my hair was getting washed, I was like in the space, and I'm like, not the greatest time.
Yeah, it just happens whenever. Isn't that funny? Like how stuff it'll just pop in. You're like, oh, great. Here we are. Here we are. Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds beautiful. Well,
Yeah.
and I'd love to hear, as we were talking earlier, having these gifts as a child and sometimes how hard it is to have gifts as a child. I'm just curious if you have any advice for others on their spiritual and healing path.
I would say just be okay with being alone, because I think there's such a stigma that if you don't have 50,000 friends that are your best friends, that it's like there's something wrong with you. And
Mm,
I think it's okay to have a small circle, and yeah, it's okay. And anything else that I can say?
beautiful.
Uh, I truly believe everyone can be healed. Whatever it is that you are trying to be the better version of yourself, it can be healed. It's possible.
Beautiful. Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree. That's beautiful. I can feel that. I hope other people can feel it too. I was like, ooh, I love that. I'd love to hear like with a card, and also if you want to share how people can get in touch with you.
Okay, well, I'm on Instagram. I do post like a card of the day, but I also do Reiki blasts. And I was really resistant to doing free Reiki, but then I thought, yeah, but how do you know if my frequency is right for you if you don't experience it? So I just do these 30-second things that I just, I literally get up, spirit tells me today you're going to do a Reiki blast, and I just do it.
Love that. I love that. Yeah. And I've been on Instagram before and I'm like, I can feel it. It's just like, I think you did, like the series and of all the chakras, I think, because I just remember
Yeah.
coming in like to the heart one, and like
Mhm.
solar plexus. I was like, oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
it was, yeah, very, very powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love that. Yay. Well, cool. So definitely get in touch with Meg on Instagram.
Mhm.
Or if they want a reading or that kind of thing, can they message you?
Yeah. They will. There's a link where you can email me.
Oh, beautiful. Okay,
So
sounds good.
that's easy. And I also have just a free group that is mostly just my ramblings and thoughts, and but it's just a nice little thing. But when I do blogs and free things, I put it on the group first for like a week, and then it goes to YouTube Land or Instagram.
Oh, wonderful. And what is that called?
Also, just Soul Space with Meg.
Okay, got you, got you, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a
perfect.
simple lady. It's all.
I love that. Yeah, I'll be consistent here. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah. So what you got? Got
So
something
it's
for
really
us?
funny because the archangel of mermaids is Ariel. So Ariel still came through, and this is a turn away,
Okay.
turn
Yes.
away. So what
Mhm.
that means is, and I've been getting this message so much in the last 6 months, is just um no is an answer. No is an answer.
Ah.
No, no keeps you safe, and no puts you on a different path, and just let it be. Let it be. Like if you aren't invited to something, don't get anxious about it. Don't get upset about it. Let them live. People will show you who they are, and you need to be okay. Like my guides tell me all the time, turn around. That person is
Mm.
not good for you. Go down the opposite end of the hallway. And I'm like, oh, okay.
What did you say? Well, and I feel too that's guidance in and of itself,
Yeah,
right? And then also
yeah,
just witnessing that we're being guided and protected and shown the way, really.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, I love that. No is an answer as well. So I love that. That feels
yeah.
good. That feels really good. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Meg. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yay. So definitely get with Megan for Soul Space with Meg. And for
Yeah,
any of her services, follow her on Instagram and get those Reiki blasts. And just thank
yeah,
you. So good to
yeah. And
connect with
come
you.
meet me with the. We can do some angel sessions. It'll be great.
Yeah, definitely connect with her. Yeah, with the angels. And I feel like I was just, this thought just came to me, this insight just came to me of almost like seeing you and you're of such light. And I feel like that's innately you. It only makes sense that you're of such light that all the angels are with you, you know? So I love that. And yeah, definitely get in touch with Megs. I call you Megs in
Yeah,
VIP.
it's good.
Hey,
It's good.
Megs. For angel readings, just to be in her energy. I hope you all can feel it because it's absolutely incredible. So thank you.
Yeah,
Oh
thank
my
you so much.
gosh.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
you
me.
bet. You take care, okay? Good to
Okay,
see
thank
you.
you so
Okay.
much.
You bet.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
See ya.